We're joined by Steve. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to talk to
your favorite Cowboys fan.
I sang the song on the air. I talked to your dad. I said, I can't say good things about your son because he's a Cowboys fan, but I did today.
Team.
I gave it up today. So, and then your team beats my team. What am I supposed to do with you?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Perk, congratulations. That's a great game today. You were terrific.
Hey, Tyler, talk about it a little bit at halftime. You know, you guys have been really free-flowing on offense. Temple kind of slowed the game down. Some shots weren't falling for certain guys, and then you kind of grinded out really to the last 10 minutes. We'll talk about a little 9-0 stretch that you were really involved with. Was big, but talk us about that little film session Coach Willard says you guys have at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, he was just chopping up clips about things we could have done better in the first half, but we defended for the most part, and that was the main thing. And you know, if we defend like that every day, we'll have a good chance.
And Whitey, before you jump in, I was going to say, Temple only 3 of 8 from 3 today. So you guys obviously, they would say, oh, they didn't make a lot of threes. Well, if you don't take a lot of threes,
yes,
so you
sir.
guys did a really good job defending the line, running them off the line, forcing them to take mid-range jump shots and into the traffic in the middle of the paint. I thought that was a big key.
Yes, sir.
And that's a focus for Coach. I know he's unhappy with some of the way you guys defended on the three-point line earlier in the season, but like, as Steve said, I mean, you only gave up 3 threes, but they only took 8.
Yeah.
That's like unheard of.
I mean, like you guys said, that was a huge point of emphasis. And we did a good job of that tonight.
But at halftime, you were just watching film. He wasn't telling you that's a great point of emphasis. I don't believe that for a second.
And Tyler, we want to talk about, we had some of your teammates out here for some earlier games. I think Caden even was the one that said, you know, we all got a rebound. It's not just Duke's job. You know, Duke was awful today. We only had 8 rebounds to lead your team, kind of, you know, for being sarcastic. But a low rebounding game for him. But listen to this. Hodge with 6, Perkins with 5, Lewis with 5, Malachi Palmer with 4. So everyone really chipped in on the glass, and that's going to be a key for this team.
It definitely will. A lot of guys stepped up today, and I'm proud of them.
And Perk, I mean, we've seen you now for a year and a month. You're, and I hate this term Ryan Fountain uses all the time, you're a really good rebounder for a guard. You know, you're a really good rebounder, not for a guard. You're a really good rebounder. And is that something that you've always felt was a part of your game?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I feel like growing up, I've always had to do a lot of things on the court, and rebounding was one of them. So now it's just second nature to me.
See, and I always felt guards should be good rebounders because it's almost like a fraternity. Guards don't box out, so you should go rebound.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And he also had 2 assists and 2 steals, and one of those steals really got you going here. It was a play here, just getting that out in front to Caden, got the lay. But you followed it up, always follow it up. Nice play.
Yeah, and I thought Caden got fouled too on the play.
But you got to play the whistle.
The court.
And this is a big 3 late in the shot clock that kind of separated them enough where that, I think it was about 2.5, 3 minutes to go that kind of ended the game in terms of that stretch. But you guys had a 9-0 stretch in there. Caden had an and 1. Then Devin hit a 3, and then you hit a 3 back, and that really came off your defense.
Yeah, it did. I mean, Caden had a great second half. He was in foul trouble the first half, but that just goes to show the type of player he is, and all of our guys stepped up.
All right, so now you got to play Saturday night against your old team.
Yeah.
The Penn Quakers, who won their bracket. They'll be at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. I got that right today for a change, the old Wells Fargo Center. But you guys get the championship game. I heard Coach Willard talk about it. You know, it's learning how to win, learning how to win championships, and you don't get a lot of opportunities to do that. Now you have a chance on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, we're ready for it. We're excited.
Now, Perk, you're playing against your old team. Sure, like Zion played against his old team today. Are there any players that still at Penn that you played with 2 years ago?
Yeah, there are a few. Johnny Walter and Nicholas Polanowski, Augie Gerhardt. Those are the 3 I think that are still there.
Is there a special feeling for you? Again, your coach is obviously different too. Is there a special feeling for you playing against Penn? It's like you're playing at the Palestra, you're playing downtown.
I mean, it's our next game, but personally a little bit. I'm not gonna
Sure,
lie.
you're honest. I appreciate that. We appreciate you taking some time tonight. Hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Your Cowboys did me a solid and beat the Eagles. I appreciate that.
And I got to be honest with you, I'm not talking to you or your father. I don't speak to either one of them. I take care of that guy all the time, and he's a Cowboys fan from D.C. It makes no sense to me.
So that was
America's team.
And by the way, Caden Lewis from your turf, he's a Lions fan.
His dad grew up in Detroit.
It's a lot of confusion.
I'll give it to you. All right. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate you joining us. Congratulations. We're going to take a quick break here.